Right, today I will be doing a presentation on the PlayStation 4 for the marketing strategy. This presentation will go over the consumer decision-making process that is involved with making a purchase. These steps include the stimulus, the problem recognition, the search, evaluation alternatives, purchase, post-purchase evaluation, and post-purchase behaviors. So a little bit of history on the PlayStation. It was first introduced in 1994 with the classic PlayStation and has released multiple models in subsequent years. In 2000 we had the PlayStation 2, in 2004 we had the PlayStation Portable, in 2006 we had the PlayStation 3, and in 2011 the PlayStation Vita. And the product that is current is the PlayStation 4, and that was released in 2013 with their PS4 Pro being released in 2016. It's the first gaming console in history to sell over 100 million consoles worldwide. It has a highly sensitive camera with dual range and can be done in 4K. It also has a controller with a share button, a light on it, and it just enhances the gaming capabilities. Alright, the target market is going to be hardcore gamers. 43% of gamers game on consoles, and 34 million of them are considered hardcore gamers, gaming 22 hours or more a week. They are influenced by friendships. They make most of their friendships through gaming. That encompasses most of their life. They shop online and at electronic stores. They buy collector's editions and extras, re-releases, and they don't really get rid of games. They tend to keep their games instead of disposing of them because they want them for appeal later on or if they want to replay them. Good places to advertise for them and influences are going to be their friends, YouTube videos, Twitch. Stimulus. The stimulus is what's going to set off the person buying their PlayStation. Some of the stimuluses are an individual's current console they have may break down and they need to buy a new one. The release of a new game, releasing games exclusive for the PS4, and having a large selection of games available for the PS4, as well as needing to upgrade a current console. In order to get them to reach a desired state of being that they need to buy the PlayStation 4, they can do this through advertising. Great places to advertise for hardcore gamers is going to be on YouTube, through gaming channels and personalities, on Twitch, as if they do not have the upgraded version, they have to see ads, and at gaming conventions. They need to perceive a difference between their old console and the new one in order to want to buy a new one, such as more storage, better graphics, or better upgrades. And in order to stay current, PlayStation should release new or upgraded consoles about once a year. Problem recognition. This is going to be the problem that they have that requires them to buy a new console or upgrade. A main problem you're going to see with hardcore gamers is that they have an older model of a console and a new one has just been released. So they need to perceive that difference in order to want to buy a new one. Search. This is when they're actually searching for the product, and as a hardcore gamer they can be considered experts in the field, which means they're going to search differently than a novice or a casual gamer. They're going to engage more in selective search, which means they have a few in mind already. So Sony needs to work hard to reach top of mind awareness where these hardcore gamers are pulling Sony PlayStations from their mind instead of competitors. Search and influence. This is going to be what influences their search. Again, it's mainly their friends who influence their search because online gaming is big with them and they can't do it cross consoles. So if their friends mainly have PlayStation 4s, they're more likely to buy one. Exclusive games to the PS4 can influence them to buy it because they can't get them on any other console. Some exclusive games to the PlayStation is Uncharted, Gods of War, Ratchet and Clank, and The Last God. Releasing new models sooner than competitors can also influence them because then they don't have as much to compare to. Evaluation alternatives. So this is going to be where the most effort is going to be applied, and they are going to engage in the compensatory decision rule versus the non-compensatory decision rule, which is a compensatory decision rule as a consumer determines a brand or model options in terms of each relevant attribute and computes a weighted or estimated score for each brand. They're going to engage in this search because they're going to have aspects of the console that's more important than others, so they're going to want to weight their decisions on these factors and then decide based on those. Some influences when they are making the decisions and factors they're going to weigh are storage space, what consoles their friends have, latest technology, specs, and graphics. In order to make sure that the PlayStation is selected, Sony needs to make sure that the majority of their friends have PlayStations. They have more games, a bigger game library since these gamers go through games quickly, they need more selection. And releasing more exclusive games so they don't really have a choice in what console to choose. The next stage is going to be the purchase stage. Most consoles are going to be purchased with cash or a credit card. Primarily cash is going to be used by the teenage gamers who are using their allowance to buy it, and then credit cards will be used by adults buying for their kids, young adults, or online purchases. The value that these people are providing for Sony is that they are becoming valuable customers if they can stay pleased. And this is going to benefit Sony because they're going to make other purchases such as games and accessories for their PlayStation. Post-purchase evaluation. After they make the purchase, they're evaluating how the purchase went. In order to make sure that customers are pleased, Sony should be quality checking every PlayStation 4 before it is boxed and sent out for purchase. They should provide great customer support and have a team readily available should there be problems. This customer support should be 24 hours, and since gamers do spend a lot of time, a lot of it is during the night, and they want access to customer service right away. They can also provide a survey that is on the bottom of the receipt, and most people are going to fill this out if they are displeased or if they're really pleased, and so also give them a good idea of where they're sitting. In order to prevent cognitive dissonance with their purchase, Sony can keep their customers remaining happy. They can do this by continually releasing new games. They can re-release games. They can make new and better accessories, especially headsets, since this is super important for a hardcore gamer with their online gaming. And then the last step is going to be post-purchase behaviors, and this is what the customers are going to engage in after their purchase. Pleased customers are going to be writing positive reviews online. They'll continue to buy Sony products as they are released. They'll buy games and accessories for the console, and they'll probably tell their friends to buy the newest console if they're pleased. Negative reactions that they don't want to see is the opposite of posting negative reviews, returning the product, or switching over to a competitor's brand, or telling their friends not to buy the product. Some ways that Sony can influence post-purchase behaviors is by producing high-quality products. They can produce patch updates if there are known problems that correct the problems, so people aren't commonly calling. They can read customer reviews and engage with their customers online, and they can also provide exemplary customer service. And that is the cognitive decision-making process for the PlayStation 4.